Good morning, Body Science fam. Harriet Walker here, your friendly sports dietitian. And this morning, I am going to talk to you guys about how do we make the healthy choice the easy choice. So, here we go. Did you know that on average, we make around 200 different choices about food every day? So, a study that was done out of the University of Cornell asked a selection of their staff members in this study about how many decisions about food did they think they made every day. And the average response was that they made 15 choices a day. But when they were asking them about what to eat, when to eat, what plate they were going to use, what utensils they were going to use, who was going to cook, there was so many more decisions that were being made that were being done on autopilot. So we weren't really aware about the decisions that were being made, which is why they didn't necessarily identify that they were making 200 or more food choices. They were making 15 because they were the ones that they were probably more aware of. And why is this important? It's because our food environment, the thing that is, the environment with which we are in, plays such a big role in our food choices. And it's funny because we look at what to eat, whether we should be vegan, whether we should be vegetarian, whether we should be paleo, and that's the what. But it's the how and where and why we eat, the food decisions that we make, that is really impacted by our environment. So in the workplace, I talk to a lot of people about how they eat in the workplace and some of the troubles that they sort of run into. And a lot of the time it's snacking at the desk. It's, people coming around with Tim Tams, trying to be nice, a bit of comfort food there. It's morning teas, it's convenience foods, it's not having prepared lunches and going out to get other foods. So that is one food environment that we make a lot of decisions in. So as we transition from the workplace into home for work, it's a really good opportunity to take a look at what your home food environment is like. Because when we make decisions, we can be utterly aware of them, but we can also be utterly unaware of them, as this study suggests. So there are a couple of different ways we make decisions as humans. We can make them impulsively. So I walk into the kitchen and I see a box of shapes and I stick my hand in it. And that was an impulsive decision. I saw it, I did it before I even had time to consciously weigh up whether that aligns with my goals, and then maybe if I only have 5, then that would fit with my macros. And so this was an impulsive decision that I made. Then there's the opposite end of we can try avoiding, we can try delegating, making decisions. Oh, you decide, I don't really care who makes dinner, what we're having. We've had Jeremy put in a really good comment. So if you only have healthy options, you can only make healthy decisions. This is the crux of this talk today, Jeremy. You are all over it. Stock that pantry with the good stuff, he says. So that's awesome. That's exactly it. We can also make decisions about prioritizing and reflecting. So when we prioritize our health goals, we reflect on whether or not that food choice is going to help us go towards our goal or regress away from our goal. This is when we can think. It's about the mindful eating that we were talking about the other morning. It's important to understand that the choices that we make aren't just about the ones that we know about. So this is about taking a look at your environment now that you are working from home and actually assessing, can I make the healthy choice the easy choice? Can I put a bowl of fruit on the table so that when I walk into the kitchen, that's the first thing I see and that's the thing that I'm most likely to take for a snack? Can I package up all the snack foods that aren't necessarily going to be helping us meet our nutrition requirements, put them in a box and put them up the back? So that, yes, they're still at home, and yes, there may be an occasion where you do want to have those foods, but you've put a couple of steps in place. It's up high, it's in a packet, it's in a package that it's sort of harder to get to. Can you look at your plate sizes? Because that's a choice. Research shows us that when we have a slightly smaller plate size, we're more likely to eat less. And I think I'm only mentioning this stuff now because I've had a lot of clients this week I've been chatting to saying that the transition has been difficult because snacking, the pantry sessions. So we've come up with some strategies around, again, as Jeremy said, making the healthy choices the most obvious ones, because especially now when we're at home, we might be homeschooling children, we might be under a little bit of stress for various reasons. The less decisions we have to make about our food and the easier the healthy choices are, the better our outcomes are going to be in the long run. So this means that more than ever, I know it's really tempting to not do food prep because I'm at home, I can do it at lunchtime, and that can be okay if you're feeling on track. But for somebody who's worked from home for over 2 years by myself, no one's watching me, I find that having food prepped and having a plan is really important, because when I get busy or stressed, I don't want to have to make that decision. I want to provide my bandwidth to making decisions that are more important potentially for work. And so having that food ready and having my meals sort of set out for me means I don't have to make that decision. So food prep is really important. But yeah, so today I think it would be a good idea, or maybe just this week, take a look at your food environment, understand whether or not it's serving you. So this is making a conscious reflection. Is this actually going to work for you? And if not, make some changes. Package up those snack foods that might be getting in the way. If you have to have them in the house, by all means, have them, but maybe make them a little bit difficult to get to. And then have a look at your food prep, have a plan, map out the meals for the week for you, the family. Try and prepare as much in advance when you're conscious of it. And then make sure that the less optimal food choices are out of sight, out of mind. Jeremy, that's actually a really good point. So Jeremy said that in the US, it's a lot of the panic buying has meant that the healthier choices, which are the fresh food, are actually easier to get to. So now, because of all the panic buying, healthier choices are easier to get to, which is super, super interesting. You can still get fresh fruit and vegetables, even when all the flour and pasta and tinned goods are gone. There's still the fresh options, which is interesting. So anyway, have a look at your food environment today, guys. Suss it out. Do you think you could make some changes to make a few less decisions when you're not as conscious about it, when it's stressed or when you're a bit busy? Check out your pantry, check out your fridge, pull the healthy choices to the front, and let's see if we can't make our food environment a little bit healthier. If you're going for a walk today, make sure you go check out the Body Science podcasts. We're doing a whole bunch of really great content at the moment with our body science experts. We've got decision-making, mental health, we've got workouts, we've got chefs on board. So make sure you jump on and check out all the fantastic content. I promise you will not get bored if you stay tuned to Body Science. And I look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow morning. Bye.